Hey everybody, how's it going? Max and Trev with BuzzTox with our reaction for Game of Thrones Season 6, Episode 6.
Yeah.
What'd you think of this freaking episode, man? It was awesome. Like every other Game of Thrones episode so far.
They can't lose, man.
No.
They're on a hot streak of really good episodes.
Yeah, and the speed that they're picking up. It's like, I keep with the predictions, like we get some things right, but like, we're not judging it like fast enough. Like they're moving so fast.
They are moving really fast.
Like it's unbelievable. So let's just go like straight to Bran. So we knew that somebody was gonna come save him. We were pretty sure that it was Benjen. Like it made sense. It's Benjen. He's
I was
the only one over the wall.
99% sure it was Benjen.
I was confident it was Benjen. There was nobody else there who could have saved him, and obviously Mira can't carry him.
No.
I just didn't know how badass he would be.
Oh, he's like, honestly, so dope. He's too dope, almost.
He's like the Game of Thrones Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
He's like, has like these shits, like a chain, and like, it's unbelievable.
Oh, he's dope, man.
And then we get another scene with him where he was healed by the children the same way the White Walkers were created. So that almost opens the door. Can they cure the Night's King? Will they cure the Night's King?
Yeah,
unless
I
the
don't
children are extinct.
Yeah, we don't know at this point, but it seems he might have the answers. He only went into what happened to him.
Yeah, but how crazy of a show is this? Like, we answered a question that was like given to us in like episode 2 of season 1.
Yeah, man. He has not been seen for so long.
It was
Like, people are probably, a lot of people that just watched the show probably like, who the fuck is this guy? Because he was so long ago.
Yeah, and we literally watched this like 2 minutes ago. So what did he say that like their plan is to go to the wall and he's to become the three-eyed raven over there? Is that what he said?
No, he said nothing about that. He just says, you are the three-eyed raven and you need practice. Like, because Bran's being coy and saying like, I don't know, I didn't have enough time. But he's like, you'll learn, take this. He gave him rabbit blood.
Yeah, he did give him rabbit blood, right? That wasn't just me.
No, he gave him a rabbit blood.
Weird.
So,
rabbit blood raven. Ha ha ha. No, I don't know.
No, I don't know. Maybe there's something to it, right?
Yeah, right. And then like all the visions we got with Bran gave us a lot of information. Like,
yeah,
we got,
holy fuck.
Yeah, did you forgot about that?
Yeah.
So we get a lot of visions that we've already seen. We've seen the dragon over King's Landing. We've seen
him falling from the tower when he was a kid.
Yeah. So we've seen Hardhome. We see all these like flashbacks which are unreal. But then we get a taste of the Mad King.
Yeah.
We hear him yelling, "Burn them all," which is ironic because he was yelling, "Burn them all,"
over top of flashes of the entire White Army.
Yeah. So it's almost like it almost feeds into that idea of. The reason he was saying burn them all the whole time is because he was referring to the White Walkers that Bran kind of connected to him.
Yeah.
Like Bran was working into him and fucked up, and that resulted in him saying burn them all kind of thing.
Do you think the Raven warged last minute out of his body?
I don't know what he did, but he did say, Benjen did say that the Three-Eyed Raven did let him know.
Yeah, he called for him.
Yeah.
Does he live on somehow through Bran? I don't know, man. There was some weird shit, man.
The way I took it is he's dead, but he transferred all of his data into Bran's mind. And, like, yeah, there's just so much information. And we're definitely going to be getting a Mad King look with Jaime killing the Mad King. And we even got a shot of that. We got a shot of Jaime's back toward the Mad King. And
Yeah.
you see Jaime walking towards the
Mad
throne.
King's kind of hobbling off his throne to kind of turn his back to him.
Yeah, so we're going to be seeing all those visions.
Well, we don't know.
Awesome.
Like, they might not give us much more than that here, but it says it looks like they have the full set of costumes and actor and everything. So
yeah,
who knows?
So I guess we're going to be seeing Bran travel with Benjen, and then we're going to see Benjen back at the wall. Like, it's just going to be crazy. Like, will we ever see Jon reunite with Benjen?
Benjen's, like, we didn't really mention. Yeah, he got healed, but he's like not whole.
He's not whole, yeah, but he's
he
still
looks
Benjen.
like half zombie a bit.
Yeah, I think it was just because he was being consumed by the disease that is White Walker.
Yeah,
right?
or he was dead. He was dead and brought back, or almost dead and brought back. So
I think he said that he was stabbed and he was left for dead, and he was converting. Like, he's like changing or something.
you don't think there's more to it, like because of his name?
No,
His
see,
bloodline?
that's the thing. I always thought that in order to be a White Walker, you need to have first blood, first men, like Stark, anything along those lines. And I think he was changing in.
Yeah, like he had sort of more hit points than anybody else.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. There's so much with that. Now that he's back.
Yeah, I think they're heading for the wall. But yeah, I think next episode's just them kind of like, I don't know, just kind of regrouping.
Benjen was dope though, man.
But then we go
Holy fuck.
a little bit more lighthearted with Sam. I like you were like, but you didn't really want to see Sam.
I could care less. I really only liked how the scene ended.
So did you
But
like
he
the
still-
scene though? Did he?
I
this
did,
redeem
but
for you?
it seemed kind of like I already played it out in my head, so that's why I wasn't. Too
You
excited
did?
for
See,
it.
this is the one thing that I didn't play out because
The
I
ending.
thought literally it was gonna be cut. Like that's the thing. Everything in this show wasn't cut and paste. Like I thought Sam would literally leave Sam and Gilly there, and he would go to the Citadel.
Yeah.
He's like, nope, fuck that. Hey, Dad, I'm taking your sword. Like I'm gonna
Yeah.
go kill another White Walker. Like is he going to the Citadel because he's not allowed to have her there? So it's just I'm wondering what he's gonna do. Is he gonna completely break his vows, or is he gonna commit to being a maester?
He'll rent her a flat outside of town or whatever.
Yeah. So I love that scene. I thought it was really
Oh,
funny.
he fucking stole the sword. Like that's
Yeah,
so
it was
awesome.
great. Yeah.
And like he
And he
has
pointed
like
it out.
this stoic scene where he's like standing on the stool that he needed to get it.
Yeah.
He's like, "Come fucking get it," pretty much.
Yeah, he had his badass
Let him
moment.
try.
I loved it. And his dad kept telling him, you are never going to earn this sword for bringing this stupid, like, wildling bitch in my home.
Yeah.
And then, so he took it. And then let's go to Arya. Totally caught me off guard. So, I knew after watching her watch the play that we knew that she wasn't going to be a faceless man. We knew that she wasn't going to commit to this. And as you watched it, I kind of did get the feeling that she was going to knock the drink out of her hand. But then she left, so I'm like, oh, wow, okay, so she's not going to do that. And then she totally knocked it out,
And
saved
like
her.
out of nowhere too. Like I thought
Yeah.
maybe she was gonna drum up a conversation with her and then sort of not let her do it at that time.
Yeah, and then there was the typical, like, she's having this conversation with her just to enforce how good she is and
Yeah.
how good of a person she is. And then Arya saves her and warns her about that Sansa actress, which I loved. But then the most important thing is the waif, pretty much went to Jack and Hagar and said, I told you so, now can I have permission to kill her?
Yeah. So he activated the Terminator.
Yeah, fuck, man, she's hard to stop.
And she got Needle back, and she's like literally sleeping in like a sewer right
Yeah,
now.
so I don't know where she goes from here because Waif can kick her ass. So she's going to have to kind of outsmart her or keep hiding from her.
Yeah.
Because she can't outrun her.
I think she's got a plan now. She had like a contingency plan.
Like she has
It might be
Needle-
a loose plan, but it's a contingency
Yeah,
plan.
but it's good. Arya Stark is back. It's so exciting.
Full Batman.
And
We
she's-
did call that.
Yeah, she's full Batman. And she's... Is it one of those things, though? Like, is it going to be like, I'm going to run from these guys or go to Westeros? Or is she going to have, like, the thought of, like, I'm never safe if, like, these guys are still alive? So she tries to take down the Empire. That's ridiculous. That's not going to happen.
It
But
could
I
be,
think
though.
it'd be
Maybe
crazy.
she knows that she's going to have to kill the waif if she runs.
She's going to have to kill the waif, yeah. And then...
And that's why I like this is sort of like a half theory because this is something I want to happen because I don't want her to leave Jaqen and this whole thing is that maybe the waif is her test. He knew she was going to pull this shit and the waif is actually the test and there can only be one apprentice at a time.
Yeah, but the way that I thought about it is, like, she did... If you look at it that way, like, she did betray the Faceless Men cause. Like, she
because
totally betrayed them.
She smeared their name.
Yeah, and they're fucking assassins, and she went out and said, "Oh, this
Yeah.
one's trying to kill you." Like out in the day, like she has to die. She has Faceless Man secrets. She has to die no matter what. That's the thing with Arya is like I feel like she is gonna die by a Faceless Man.
But he would
Like,
be a pretty shitty strategist though. And knowing that he saved her, like she saved his life and was like the caring kid that helped him out. So I feel like somehow, and this is again a half theory because I can't really commit to it. It seems like she's on the lam from these guys now.
See, I feel like
And her fate's kind of sealed. She will eventually get taken out by Jake and himself.
I thought Jack and Hagar gave her the chance because he did like her. He had a lot of respect for her, but she blew it. And you can't have someone running around, running their mouth, not doing their job.
Mm-hmm.
And the Faceless Man is one of the most secretive organizations in like
Yeah.
all the whole world of Westeros and Essos and whatever.
Yeah.
I refuse to call it Planetos, by the way. But
Yeah, because he let her in on everything the episode before.
yeah, so she's got to like that's the
gotta
problem. Like that's the downfall of Arya. Like Arya is gonna die probably in the end, but it's gonna be one of those things where we forget about her past. We forget like
Yeah,
okay, now
we
it's
think
great.
she's free
Now
and
she's
clear.
with Jon and it's great. Everything's all happy, and then here comes the Faceless Man to take her out.
Yeah.
And I think that's gonna be the story of Arya Stark, and that's what's like so sad about it. But like she can't outrun them. Like she may stop the waif, but she can't outrun the Faceless people.
No, she's stopping the wave. That's gonna be one of the final fights for her in this whole season.
Yeah, so let's go over to the Walk of Atonement, or just before that. So Marjorie and Tommen are talking. Well, Tommen's first talking to the High Sparrow, and you can tell that Tommen's a little bit manipulated here. He's definitely,
little bit.
Yeah, he's definitely on
He
the High
is drinking
Sparrow
the
cause.
Kool-Aid before the guy even shows up, basically.
Yeah, so then the High Sparrow lets him see Marjorie, and then Marjorie's doing some crazy manipulative
she
tactics
seems
here.
very disingenuous, and she just is playing the part, almost like she knows that they're listening.
Yeah.
So she's hamming it up.
Yeah, so then, like, just since we watched it 2 minutes ago, I'm trying to just really quickly craft why she would do that. What's her strategy to make Tommen do that?
Because she didn't want to do the Walk of Atonement.
Yeah, she didn't want to do the Walk of Atonement, but, it's almost like because Tommen did do that, it ended positively, which is weird to say. It ended badly for the Lannisters, but it ended up good for the poor people.
Yeah, I guess.
It was kind of funny because all this bad shit happened, and then I realized, wait,
but
it's actually pretty good.
Church and state are now unified. So yeah, that's bad. That's what. And
it's
I
funny
struggle
because
with
that's
the
the way
Sparrow the whole time.
That's the way it was always supposed to be.
Yeah, but that's why I struggle with the Sparrow, because we hate it. Well, at least I hate him, but I can't hate him because he's doing bad things to bad people. We forget all the other things that they did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he does good things to good people.
But it's the way that he does it.
Yeah, he's too religious.
He's a snake in the grass, and he's gonna pounce it anytime.
Yeah, so it's now Marjorie doesn't get to do this Walk of Atonement. The Tyrells, the Lannisters, they lost this one, and now you have
But did they get
Tommen. You have Tommen, a Lannister or a Baratheon, and pretty much he's a puppet of the High Sparrow now.
Well, he kicked them out.
So there you go. So now Jaime was talking to Cersei, and Cersei was telling him, go join our armies where you belong. And I'm pretty sure we predicted this. He's going to be the force to help the Freys take back Riverrun.
So we think.
That's what I think. And I think that's going to be the clash. It's going to be Brienne versus Jaime. And I think that you're going to get that parlay there, and there's going to be that conflict of, do I go against Sansa or do I go against my good friend Jaime?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be really interesting to see that. But it's funny to see Jaime, he's become this really great character now. But he's siding with Walder Frey. But you can't blame him.
Well, no, he's now been told to do this. He's really pissed that he has to do this.
Yeah, exactly. And
he
then
wants to tear down the church, basically. He doesn't care about anything else right now. But getting his son back and fucking just cleaning up the mess that Cersei really did bring here.
Yeah, so I think he's definitely going to the Freys. And speaking of the Freys, we see Walder Frey, and we see, what's his face? The uncle. I forget his name. He married the really hot young girl.
Edmund?
And something, yeah. And he was in shackles.
Yeah.
Which surprised me, I didn't think he would be a hostage.
How else could it have gone?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it makes sense. And I love it how there's a lot of characters coming back from 3 seasons ago.
Yeah.
So it was really good to see everyone again. No recasting, the same characters. I loved it. And then finally Dany had her badass moment.
Yeah.
She's like, here's a gust in the wind. She's like, oh guys, I'll be right back for a second. And then she called her dragon.
Yeah.
She has her badass speech. So I know you're not a fan of the dragon riding thing. What'd you think of this?
I honestly think that they did a lot better job because they did wide shots. You only kind of saw her from afar on the dragon while it was flying, so it looked a lot better. But when she's on it, it looks, they do shots back and forth. You don't see so much. I think they realized how cheesy that fucking Colosseum scene was when she took off.
And the dragon was a lot smaller. The dragon grew a shit ton.
Yeah, he's huge now.
And the dragons are supposed to be huge.
Yeah.
You see the skull Arya was in episode 1. She
I've
was standing in the skull of a dragon.
Things, and those dragons were fucking huge.
Yeah, so it's insane. And she has this awesome speech where I have 3 dragons. It's prophesied that I have 3 dragon riders to save, whatever, and I choose you, all the Dothraki, all my men, whatever, to be my dragon riders. And they're hurrah. And then, so now she's just looking for the ships to go over to Marine.
Which is perfect for when those assholes show up, the Greyjoys.
Yeah, and it was a great speech. And this whole episode is about speeches.
Oh, yeah.
You got Mace Tyrell doing a shit speech. You got Daenerys. And I was telling Trevor...
Sam's lack of speech.
Yeah, lack of speech. And I was telling Trevor as we did this, even from, our first Game of Thrones video, I want Jon to have a Braveheart 5-minute epic speech before the final fight.
Oh, yeah.
I need
happening.
it.
It's happening.
I need it to happen. I'm, salivating for it. I need him to do this badass speech. That's, going to be iconic,
Yeah.
But I had to throw that in there. I just had to say that, even though it had nothing to do with this episode.
Oh, it's totally going to happen.
But you got anything else to add?
Man, I'm worried for Arya now.
I know.
Like, she's so on the lamb. Like, it's such
yeah.
a bad move that she pulled.
This episode, more than any other, makes me salivate for more. Like, I can't wait
I
for
was
the next
disappointed
episode.
that we got Fade to Black. Like,
Yeah, it was
it
tough.
was like not enough. It didn't
was-
seem
yeah.
like it ended on a high note. It just ended on like a, oh fuck! Like, why can't
Yeah.
we have more?
It was amazing.
We needed 5 more minutes.
Yeah,
at least.
Yeah, definitely need more. There was nothing wrong with this episode.
No, it's
like,
amazing.
Like, you think that Sam is in it, so it's like, oh, Sam, secondary character. I personally love Sam, and he did not disappoint in this episode. Everything was strong, phenomenal episode, just as good as the last one. Loved it.
Just so perfect that he has that sword, though.
Yeah, I love it. So, yeah?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah. All right, everybody.